once again to all my champions, my winners, my friends, and my superstars. This is your friend, your coach, your motivator, and your captain, Mike, checking in with you from my humble home in Boynton Beach, Florida. And what I want to share with you today, my champions, is adversity and pain. No, I do not want to share these things with you, but rather some of the things that have assisted me in terms of how I push through my own adversity. Because you know what? The wind blows on all of us. It's all a matter of how we set ourselves. So for me, you know, whenever I encounter difficulty, because another thing too, I don't want you to sit here thinking everything's rosy peachy and I'm preaching like I live this perfect life and everything is great. Absolutely not. But I choose to live in the solution as opposed to the problem. And that's one of the things that assists greatly. When you speak about the problem, there's a very big difference when it comes to speaking of a problem or just complaining just to complain, or venting just to dump on someone, or talk about the problem to identify what the issues are so you could live in the solution. So choosing to live in the solution is one of the big components. Again, associating yourself with other people that are solution oriented as opposed to people that are perpetual complainers. You definitely want to stay away from these people because that attracts a different type of energy, and that's not solving anything for anyone. Again, adversity. Whenever you go through the adversity and the more you push, the more things fall apart. Well, remember that as an aviator, some of you have heard this before, I have to fly against the wind in order for me to fly and soar. So same thing, you have to push against that adversity, because chances are the more adversity you encounter, provided that you're doing your work and you keep pushing, you're doing what you're supposed to do, not just being busy, but being productive and being honest with yourself, and you've been working, you've been pushing, well, it's kind of like giving birth. It's that process. You're about to give birth to what it is that you're pushing for, and that's why you're experiencing the most pain. So you have to know this so that you know that you have to keep pushing even more and go through it. Another thing too is to look back. Make it a point to collect in a journal or a piece of paper, preferably a journal so that it's organized, your successes. Make it a point to look back on 3 to 5 things daily that you do successfully. And over time, you've amassed a long track record of successes. That way, when you think you can't go anymore, when you think you're out of steam, just go ahead and look on your journal and say, hey man, I have a lot of little successes, and a lot of little successes, you build on those things and eventually bring you to those big things. Nothing in life is complicated or complex. The truth of the matter is, even complex things are made up of a combination of a whole bunch of simple things. And if you break things down to an elemental level, do not let all these things defeat you. You attack these things one by one. And you know what? The best way to snap out of it when you're in a funk, you're in a bad zone, is to just get up and do something. And you realize, you know what, it's not that bad. And everything starts to coming back to you again, and you get back into the zone. Sharing with others is huge. Whether you're motivating others or sharing or teaching something to someone else, the feedback you get from them, the difference that you're making in their life also assists you. Or if you're the recipient, just again being around people that are sharing, being the recipient adjusts your perspective. You also realize that there are other people that are going through adversity. It may not be the exact same situation, but I tell you what, everyone is experiencing it. So it's a matter of living in the solution, choosing to win, persisting, assisting others as well in their process will assist you. And these are some of the things that assist me with pushing through and making a difference whenever I get in a funk. So hopefully some of these things may be beneficial to you. Be sure to come back for more. Anytime you need to stand on my shoulders so you could stand above that cloud of adversity above your head, feel free to reach out. I'll be more than glad to contribute, because I know how it is and I know what you're going through, because trust me, I've probably been through more things than most people would even imagine. So I understand and I relate. You are a champion and a winner. I look forward to seeing you on the other side of the victory, my friends. Stay plugged in. I'm signing off.